part of working from home is being able to network, support the community that you chose to live in, not just staying inside all the time, but going out there and building relationships. So today I'm going to talk about the Underline in Miami in a networking event that I went to. I'm Monique, the work from home mogul, and I make videos about owning a business, working from home, entrepreneurship, subscription box owning tips, logo tips, anything to work from home and have your business and network too. And today's special guest is Beach Betty. So stay tuned on what's going on in Miami at the Underline coming up. So what is the Underline? The Underline is a 10-mile park under the Miami Metro Rail from Miami River all the way down to like Palmetto Bay or somewhere. One section right in Brickell is where they're going to start having a lot of activations and where I went to the first in-person community event. Now, what I love about this area is it's got a lot of space for just different type of activities. And it used to be a space where people would just walk their dogs under the bridge and just leave the poop there. And it was pretty shady, seedy, disgusting, unkept area that was not very pretty. And they have made it into a nice green space for the community to enjoy. So it's not like a huge wide area. It is pretty much the diameter or width of or under the rail. But it's got space for food trucks. It's got like a random piano there. These tables for ping pong. I guess you have to bring your own ping pong balls. It's got a stage where there can be music or fitness classes. It's also got a mixed-use basketball and soccer field. And then it's got the bike paths, the walking paths, and right by the river, which is called their like sound room, is where they held the event. This event was called Speed Friending, which I thought was so cute. And really it was a way to just network with the community, get to ask questions and get answers and just meet people. They did have different vendors there with free food samples. I was pleasantly surprised at the tasty tacos from Talkin' Tacos, the raw juice, different types of juice, and some sweet treats. Rice Kitchen, of course, with their pita, hummus, falafel, and a drink station with snacks. Music was playing. So upon the check-in process, kind of waiting for people to arrive because Miami time, we had the opportunity to watch the boats go across the river, eat some snacks, listen to music, and talk with each other. Prior to the event starting, we did get to hear a little bit of education about the Underline and upcoming events, ways to get involved, things that the city is doing. And then we were told to line up parallel to each other in groups of 8 so that we could start the friend networking. Each of us on the riverside were giving a card with 3 questions. There was 8 of us facing our back to the river and then 8 people facing us. I was stationary the entire time where the line in front of me kept moving east. I had the same 3 questions over and over and over. That was kind of my only complaint. But it was interesting hearing the same answers and then at the end of it, changing my answers. So this is kind of a cool game to get to know someone, or even just knowing questions to ask people when you want to get to know something about them. My questions were, what's your favorite smell? Many people didn't have an answer at all. Like, who goes around smelling things all day? One person was like, had like 8 different answers. So fascinating to me because she was wearing a mask outside. I was also asked that question back, and the first time it was cool because I had to think about it. Now the other 7 people after that, it was like, this is not interesting to me. It's not something new and cool for me to think about. I already answered this question. I don't know how they could have shifted the cards around, so we always ask different questions with the person still always getting different questions. So I don't even know how that would logically happen unless there was just 64 different cards, or 8 different cards for each person to keep asking. Anyway, my other questions were really interesting. What famous person would you like to have dinner with? Eventually, we just stopped using the cards and just started talking. There were 2 separate rounds of the speed friending. After you met 8 people, which took about 25 minutes, you could meet a different set of 8 people. And the fun and the answers can just keep on coming. I was pretty much done then because I had another event to go to. Bottom line, the Underline is a great space. There's going to be fitness events and music, food trucks, culture. The possibilities are endless, and it spans for 10 miles. So there's always a different neighborhood, different stop of the train. It's a beautiful green space to utilize. I would recommend looking into city-sponsored events, seeing what the community is doing with donations, with taxpayer dollars, because it's right there and available for you. Now let's hear from Beach Betty. Okay, so all of this sounds really interesting, Monique, but where was the beach? No, this is Miami, but this is not Miami Beach. So no, there is not the beach, but there was the river. So there was no beach. Not everything's gonna be at the beach. It's so fascinating. You're in such a hot place and there's no beach. It was an overcast day. It wasn't that hot. There was somewhat of a breeze, but I don't know, looking at the river did kind of help to cool us down. This river sounds really interesting to me. I mean, it's water, but it's moving and you can't get in it. The river was really interesting to look at, but no, we don't get in it. We just look at it. So, could you lay out, or? We have a lot of variety. We have got a lot of different neighborhoods with different benefits. And so the Miami River area is one of them. Thanks, Beach Betty. Thank you, Work From Home Buddies. If you're not subscribed, hit that button, hit that bell for notifications for next week, and we'll see you then. Bye. Pretty shady, seedy, disgusting, unkept area.